Hey, what's up everybody? It's Luke and you're watching Luke the Gathering. It's been a couple weeks since I actually made a video, but last week I was dying to go to draft because the week before I went 0-3 in Tarkir draft and the previous week I'd missed the draft, so I was sad about that, but it turns out because of a work situation I couldn't get to the draft last Friday and I was so sad because I'd paid for it and I was planning to go. It's something I look forward to week after week, and I couldn't make it, which sucked so bad last week. But it's Friday again today, and I got to go to Friday Night Magic, Davis Cards and Games, and I got to do the draft. And today I drafted a Boros deck, red-white. It's one of the stronger decks in the format. People know this. It's between that and sort of the 5-color green decks, the teamer decks, or kind of like the soupy 5-color decks that have lots of dragons in them. Those are the really popular ones. I kind of went in to the draft knowing that I'm going to try to go Boros. Looking at my draft table, knowing some of the folks that were there, I think they were less inclined to go Boros. So I kind of took that risk. We had 12 people at the draft tonight, so we had 2 pods of 6, which didn't make for a great sealed pool of cards, actually. But we did what we did, and actually I think the Boros sort of deck was great. I actually beat a mirror match of Boros, then I beat sort of the soupy deck, and the one deck I did lose to was the Abzan Counters deck, because they just had bigger creatures than I did. Most of the time they had lifelink, which aggro deck has a really tough time with, and so because of that I felt like I couldn't beat that deck, but they played really well, and the deck couldn't match up well against that particular matchup. So I have a couple of prize packs open, also a promo pack which we'll open up and see what we get in there. We'll do that after we check out the deck that I drafted. Alright, well, here's the deck. I'm going to start out with some of the tricks from the deck. We have Frontline Rush. This is a really great card for the Boros deck. It's an instant. You can make 2 red 1/1 Goblin creature tokens, but that's not the one I'd prefer to go with. Target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Especially with all the tokens you make from this, small creatures, big board, this can be a game-winning card and do a lot of damage out of nowhere. Duty Beyond Death, this is also another trick. It does cost kind of a steep cost of sacking a creature, but hopefully that creature is something of little consequence, like a token or something like that. And then all the creatures you get on that turn get indestructible, and they get a +1/+1 counter on each of them. So that's pretty good. And then this one, I don't think is that great, but this actually won me one of the games. Lightfoot Technique. It gets a +1/+1 on a creature, flying indestructible. And so what happened is a lot of my guys, they're on the ground. And so this lifts them up into the air, and then they can hit them. Something in combination with like Frontline Rush can really do some serious damage. So there's that. Channeled Dragonfire, not a bad card at all. Deals 2 damage for 1 to any target. Can harmonize and come back and do a little bit more damage as well. This is a card I was really surprised to get a bit late. Molten Exhale. I think red wasn't drafted as much at the table, thankfully. It was me and one other player that was drafting red for the most part, and so I was glad I picked up this late. We got a Static Snare. I love this enchantment. You can, these exiling effects, Oblivion Ring effects are so much better in these modern formats, and they can't get them out of the graveyard if they're under the Static Snare, so that's great. I had this as well as a Stormplane Detainment. Both are excellent cards. Twin Bolt surprised me a lot. Twin Bolt actually did a ton of work for me in my games. The instant 2 damage was really good. I haven't played this card a lot in draft or arena or anything like that, but this card was great today. Inevitable Defeat. I did splash black for just a couple cards. This is one of them. It's an instant removal spell that also makes them lose 3 and you gain 3. This is a great card. This could do a lot of work. Mardu Monument. This helps me get black. I played 1 black source. It was a basic black land for this, so that I could get the tokens, or I could fetch up the swamp with this card as well when it comes in. This little guy, Bear of Glory, seems very just innocent, like a nothing burger, but I feel like this guy is really quite strong, and I love getting this guy in the deck. It's a 2-drop, first strike on your turn. That can be pretty relevant sometimes. And then his late game activation of 4 and a white to pump the team +1/+1, that can be also a game changing sort of event. So I really like getting a Bear of Glory in the deck or 2. Loxodon Battle Priest. This guy actually won me a game because it was able to put a +1/+1 counter. I had to deal 12 damage in 1 turn to win the game, and I was able to do that partially because of this guy putting a +1/+1 counter on something. Plus, it has 3 power already. Board was pretty wide. I was down to my last turn. They had 12 life. I got them for 12. Just barely. But I usually don't really like this guy. I'm going to stick with not really liking him. 5-drop, pretty expensive. But he does do some good work if you can get him down. I just wish 5 is a lot. Jeskai Devotee is great. This has Flurry, so you play 2 spells. He gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. Can also filter mana, which is cool. I wish I had a Mardu Devotee. That I did not have. It's kind of a vanilla, boring creature. Unsparring Boltcaster. I played him as a 3/3. I didn't even use the 5 more damage ability ever on this card. Fortress Kinguard is a card I've used a lot in Arena. I didn't use them at all because I never drew this guy into my hand, but it's a 2-drop that makes 1/2 that makes a 1/1. Dragon Back Lancer is one card that I did draw a lot and did well. Flying 3/3, mobilize 1. Check this out. 3 Shock Brigades. I thought this was awesome to get in the draft. 3 Shock Brigades is great. It's a menace. It mobilizes 1. Helps you get that damage through. Really like this card. And then Salt Road Pack Beast. I wish I had 1 more of these, but this is a great card. It's a 4/3, so it's pretty strong. Comes in for less than 6 typically, and then you get to draw a card too. I got 2 of these red dragons. I really like this ability to flush out for 1 and a red, where early in the game, you have this and you can just use it to get the mana you need, to get the card draw you need. And then later in the game, this also won me a game, was the Fire Breathing. For 1 and a red, it gets +1/+0, and I was able to pump this enough to destroy my opponent. This Twin Maw Stormbrood, great card. It can do 5 damage to a ground creature, and when it enters, you gain 5 life. That's pretty sweet. I mean, there's a lot of upside to this card. I really like it. And then the Windcrag Siege, one of the only, I think maybe the only rare I have in this, or the only other rare I have in this deck. And I would use the Jeskai mode to make a 1/1 red goblin creature token with lifelink and haste until end of turn at the beginning of the upkeep. So, really nice card there, especially for the Boros deck. And there you have it, the second one, 2-1. I was pretty happy with it. And I got some packs of Tarkir to open because of my good fortunes in draft today. Let's just see what we get from the prize packs. We get a Pack Beast. I do like that in draft, of course. This Kintree Nurturer, I was not liking this guy. Lifelink against my deck was bad for me. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we have a borderless card coming up. And here it is. Perenation. Do I even know this card? It's in the special artwork. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a hexproof counter and an indestructible counter. Oh, this is an Abzan card. This is a really cool effect. Of course, it costs 6, which is a lot. but it's a mythic. Cool. Reputable Merchant is the foil. And we've got a spirit token. So that's cool. I don't mind that at all, actually. All right. Second pack, we got a Caustic Exhale, great draft card. An Osseous Exhale, great draft card. Molten Exhale, all the exhales here. That's great. Let's see, Dragon Sniper, that's a really good one. Mystic Monastery, and we got Narset. Narset is the rare. Do we get 2 rares? Oh, we got Dracogenesis. We actually ended up getting 2 mythics, so this mythic's not so great. The Crocodile, Plains, and we got an Elephant there. Okay, let's finish off by opening this little promo pack. Just 3 cards in here. It's a rare from the set, an uncommon, and then it's kind of a random other card. Lotus Light Dancers. Not the best. Strategic Betrayal is the uncommon. And Marina Vendrel. Wooburg from Duskborn. Well, there you have it. Maybe not the best promo pack there. But I had a great time. I was so glad to be back at Magic, seeing everyone out there playing and just having tons of fun. It was awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.